Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video I want to show you how to print the BENCHY. That's right, you got your 3D printer and by default you have some files on there, and the most popular one that people want to print in the beginning is the BENCHY. It's an amazing file because it just simply prints, and then moving forward that's when you run into the nightmare of STL G-code configurations that will just have you pulling your hair out. And hopefully by the end of this video you'll still have all your hair. Or maybe not. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. It's a really simple print, but we're also going to show you the main setup. So let's say if you're using Cura, me personally, I like Cura because if you've seen my videos, the Creality application just does not work well on my machine. It's glitchy, it crashes, and it creates a different print experience on the Ender 3 S1 Pro that you'd be thinking that there was something wrong with my machine, but there isn't. So that's why I use Creality, and I'll also bring you through the setup process on that so that hopefully you have the a similar experience, or maybe even better. All right, let's get started. We're going to open up Cura, and it's Ultimaker Cura 5.7.0. You'll either see this screen or you won't, but we'll walk you through the process, get started. Okay, and we're going to agree. I'm not sure if anybody read that, but I'm sure it's all good. The non-Ultimaker Cura printer, because this is the setup to add a printer if you have one. Okay, and as you can see, we're here. If you have a network, you'll do it that way. Remember, this is set up for manually so that you can go to the printer and insert the SD card after you've created a G-code file. All right, knowing that, moving forward, add a non-network printer. We'll select there. Everything's in alphabetical order to the extent where it starts with C, right? And custom, or it starts with, it goes from 3, right? So for us, we're going to go to C for Creality, right? Creality 3D. And then I have the Ender 3 S1 Pro. So we scroll down into Creality, right? Ender 3 S1 Pro. Make sure you have your printer because you can easily select Ender 3 S1. Oh, that's my printer Pro. No, make sure Creality Ender 3 S1 Pro. That's what this one's for. But if you have a different printer, just follow along and you will have the same experience. Okay? Creality Ender 3 S1 Pro. But let's change the name because this is going to be a print experience that is just for you. Oh, that's weird. Wouldn't let me. Just for you. Okay, and next, now 220, that's fine. The Z is supposed to be 270. Sometimes some users might experience 250 in there, but this has to be 270. Okay, and then we're going to scroll down. See where it says G28 right there? Just scroll. There's a little scroller thingy right here. See that? And put your cursor in G28. And then you're going to type in big G, capital G, 29. Okay, and all that is fine. We'll click next, and then we'll click next. I'm not sure if you want to read that. That's fine. You can pause the video or just download the application. All right. Remember, this is Cura 5.7.0. So if you're seeing something different, don't know what to say. All right, so we're almost set up. As you can see, we're here, and this experience is just for you. There are a couple of other settings we just have to change in the meantime. And your printers will be here. See that? All right, so knowing that and moving forward, some people watch YouTube videos and they research what kind of printer they're going to get. They know what they want to print. And as you can see here, I researched my printer experience, and I knew I was going to print in PLA. But some people print in different materials. So if you go to this menu right here, see, you can also select here, material, custom, generic, and there's another way to get to that menu, okay? If you go to configure, right, and you go to materials that way. So you can get to it either way, all right? But that's just in case, I don't know, your machine's not working and you need to figure out how to get there. So we're going to get to that menu from here. And let's say, you're watching a lot of YouTube videos and you saw the folks printing in TPU, or you saw someone printing in PETG. You're like, oh, I love PETG. I've seen all the prints, and you want to print a PETG. That's fine. You select PETG, then you go back there. See, we're selected in PETG. Now, in order to make sure it took, you close the Cura application, okay? And then we open it again. Okay. Wonder if we're recording. Hold on a second. That would be disastrous. Oh, we are. All right. Um, sometimes that happens. I forgot to hit the record button. So yeah, knowing that moving forward, see, look, it kept on Petchy, which is great. And you have to make sure that the correct filament, or some might say material, is selected. And the reason why is because, watch, if we go to preferences, configuration, right? And if we go to materials, we're in PETG, which is great. Printer settings, default printer temperature is 215. Default build plate temperature is 70. Okay, and then you have everything else from there. So now the reason why is because, now watch this. Now, well, let's say, you know what? I like PETG, but maybe you ordered multicolor filament and it's in PLA, right? So we'll go here. I love PLA. I love PLA. All right, so then we're going to quit it, right? And then we're going to open Cura again. And this is great that this application does all that for you. And you see, now we're in PLA. So now if we go to PLA, nozzle stays the same. But in order to make sure, everything's good to go, configuration, material, and PLA, of course. And voila. See, the temperature is big difference. See, 200 is going to be your nozzle, and then 60 is going to be the build plate. So if you have the wrong temperature set, forget it. You'll be struggling. Like, why isn't my print working? It'll probably wind up leveling the board, and then you'll just like go down a whole rabbit hole. When meanwhile it was just this one button, and then you just be pulling your hair out. If you have any left to be pulled. All right. So knowing that and moving forward, we have the correct PLA selected. We have the correct printer selected, right? And now we're ready to bring in the BENCHY. All right, so then what we'll do is we'll go, bummer. That's not really a bummer, but I just have to go to my history and free STL. Oh, there it is, Leo. Nice. So there'll be a link to this file in the description. Now you're ready to download. Okay, so we're going to download Leo. You wait a little bit, and then it'll bring you to this page, and then you press, and then now it'll download. I kind of have to do a duplicate effort there. And then you go to your downloads. Some people have their settings to their downloads set to the desktop. I have mine set, we can close this now, set here, into my downloads folder. And then we're just going to open up the zip file. And then you'll see Van Dragon D. And then you'll see Leo. And then I'll just go over the parts with you. Sometimes you can get a preview. You either go to the fishing rods or the angle. There goes the fish. And there goes the BENCHY. Now, once everything's all set and done, if you have a 2-hour print, 3-hour print, etc., I would say print the fish first, because if you see all my videos, anytime I print a 5-hour file, 1-hour file, or a 30-minute file, I always print the fish first. If you can get the fish to print with all its bones and texture and that little eye, hole in the eye, so that you can put the fish hook, the fishing rod in, then you're golden. A project like this is also known as the digital calibration too. You can calibrate it. They say, oh, if you can print the BENCHY, that means your board's good to go. But this takes like 3 hours, right? Meanwhile, you can do this, right, in 3 minutes, and then know if you're good to go. And I've printed over 200 3D prints, and that's been my go-to method. And out of the over 200 prints, because now I think I'm in like 250 or something, so let's say 200 prints, just to leave it at even number, maybe 20, or between 20 and 15 didn't go so well. And out of all the 150 prints, I've always, if I have a long, I'm doing the fish first, and if it doesn't print, I just if the fish prints and the STL doesn't print, then I just chuck it. I'm not even wasting my time with it. Like, literally, like there's one particular print that I'm trying to print, and it's a nightmare, and I'm just, you know what, forget it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in a bit. So let's go now that we downloaded our BENCHY. And we're just gonna, in this case, we're gonna print the BENCHY, because I know the BENCHY will print, because I just finished printing the fish. You just take it and you drag it, right? And let's see if we can do an undo. I'm gonna clear the build plate. Let's see, mesh. Hold on, I have to bring this up a little bit, because I'll show you another method other than doing that one. Let's see, center, clear build plate. So one way is you drag it in here, right? And another way, you know, to each their own, you can also take it and drag it onto the Cura icon, and then voila, it'll pop in that way. Or you can just do a file and open, file from disk. All right, knowing that and moving forward, I think I closed the page too soon. This is great. I can just print it. No, a lot of times on these STL files, right? There's some settings. Some say you're good to go. You can just print it, and others, require you. They'll leave it in the bottom. If you scroll down, you'll see some settings. Let's see any settings. This is printer brand. This is their printer. Okay, so as we go here, Preserve 3D printer. That's what they use. Look, wow, it's a beautiful printer. This is it right here. It's pretty big too. Okay, so knowing that move, we know that that's the printer they used. And then scroll down. That's fine. No rafts. That's a kind of support. No supports. Okay. And then I have a video on rafts if you're interested. Just search the library. Resolution. That would probably be dynamic. I'll show you that. And infill is 15. So we only require to change two settings: the resolution and the infill. Okay. And scroll down just to make sure. Yep, that's it. This is great because you can't go wrong there. Okay. So now the infill here on the bar, when you want to change it, it won't let you. It'll go from 20 to 10. So like, wait, but it said 15. So I'll just revert this back to normal. So then what you're going to do is you're going to show custom. Okay. And then layer. So we're going to go into scroll down until you get to infill. See? Infill density was 20 by default, but the scroll bar meter doesn't have 15. So you just hit 15 and enter. See? And then the other measurements just fill in automatically. And then now was it resolution? Yeah, the resolution was what was the resolution? 0.15. Yeah, and that would mean dynamic. All right. So knowing that and moving forward, so we see profile. Go here. See where it says standard. So you're going to click here, and then click on dynamic. See, and then it changes to 116. Infill density, and then keep changes. It's fine. It's just giving me a warning. They're like, hey, what are you doing? See, and see right there in the faint, it says 0.16. All right. And it's kind of weird how like it doesn't say resolution here. Let's see if we can, no, it's kind of weird. And this is the experience just for you. Let me check one of my other printers. And if we go here, Ender 3 S1 Pro, yeah, wow, same thing. All right. Anyway, so that's the just for you, the experience just for you, and this is the resolution. All right. So knowing that and moving forward, yeah, it's a bummer. And because how would you know? Like I think it's in the profile, it's in the print. Anyway, so you see now we're at dynamic quality 0.16. All right. Now you are ready to slice it, and we're gonna slice it. Or actually, you know what? You can use your arrow keys to look around and see. Look at that, the man in the boat. Kind of neat, huh? And in the back, it says Leo. And then we have here, just scroll around. Yeah, that's it. He is golden. He is good to go. I'm just going to spin him around to back to the beginning. And I believe that is it. And then now you can't preview it, right, until you slice it. See, no layers. So we go back to prepare. We go to slice. 3 hours and 34 minutes. Okay, and then we'll save it to disk. We'll just call it Leo. I'll probably change the name. Benchy, right? And then now we'll save to disk. Whoops, we'll save it right here. It's going to save it as G-code. Save it. I'm saving mine on my desktop. You can save to disk, but I don't know. Just save it to my desktop and maybe throw it into a folder so I can find it later. Because remember, the settings will be saved when I save this, right? I don't have to do this again, what we just did. Okay. So knowing that and moving forward, if we go to my desktop, we should see Leo Benchy. And there it is. And you are good to go. Now what we'll do is, did I show you? I don't know if, I did one more thing I can show you. So now we can preview it. See that? And there are 344 layers, as you can see. So there's layer 1, and then it goes from layer 1 to layer 2, layer 3, etc. And then this is the halfway point. You could actually do the boat in one color, and then the inside another color, or the outside one color, pause it, and then do the rest, another color. You decide. I don't see, hold on, it's hard to see the platform. So we want to select here, and because it looks empty. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so I want to see, let's say if I want to make it a different color, let's say right about there, right? So at 118, pause it, and then bring it up in a whole other color for the rest of the remaining layers. Kind of neat. There's another video I have on pausing the print. All right, so, oh wow, look, you look underneath it. Anyway, knowing that, and moving forward, let's bring this to the printer and see how it goes. All right, catch you guys on the flip side. All right, let's go have a look. Let me just tighten this thing. I don't know why this is. There we go. Just need to tighten that so it doesn't fall. And we'll check it out and see how it printed. Hopefully, look at that. Kind of neat, huh? It printed true to form. What I like about also the, even though this is the Creality thingy, when you use Cura, it starts your print off over here, so you have more real estate to play with. And why the Creality puts it all the way over there, right? Don't know. So anyway, look at that. And of course, if you wait for your print, don't try to rip it off. If you just wait, watch, it'll just move. See? For some reason, it just comes off easily that way. And just clear this off so that it's ready to be have a different print for later. But check that out. Printed really well. We didn't print the oh wow, it's pretty solid too. We didn't print his fishing rods or anything like that. But we could always print that later. I believe we have them on another Leo laying around here somewhere that I'm pretty sure he won't mind us using them. Let me just put this here and we'll grab it from the other Leo. It's amazing. See, he looks better in gray. Kind of neat, huh? Or, yellow's nice. Looks, maybe, I wonder if it floats. It's pretty solid there. Look at how it printed that line all through here. And look, check this out. See? If you have some stringing, you can just do that. But other than that, it's really good, if you ask me. Look at that, how smooth that is. Oh, and look at the back. See how it says Leo? Kind of neat, right? And then basically, if you print his fishing rod, right? It should come out of his hands. I don't think I glued it. But this one is, see, he fell. He's going to need some repairs. But it's okay. We'll fix him. We'll have him up and running in no time. We'll just 3D print them. So his fishing rod, that's when you know, look at that. The fishing rod goes right in his hand and the fish goes on the hook. You could take the fish off. Maybe we'll give him a multicolor fish, right? That I actually have another pause print video coming out. Hopefully the script works, and if it does, you guys can get a blast with that one. Apparently there's like some script error. Let's look at that. Oops. So once you have the fish on the hook, see, it actually looks better that way. I like it. Kind of cool. Look at that. I mean, you lose the detail. It's so bright yellow that you lose the details on his face. This is a different yellow. I forget what color yellow this is, but I have to check my Amazon order. I don't know why I got this one, but you can see the difference. I like this one better. The little bit of a not so bright, but it depends what you're going to be printing. Like certain things will look nice in this print and certain things not. Like let's say this here. This one looks pretty cool, but I know it's Leo's. It's Leo's moment. Yeah, look at that. Look at the bucket. There's a little bucket there. That's really cool. Look at the detail. Look at how the nozzle just was able to print the bucket. And the little deck. Looks like a little deck over here. This, of course, if the fish moves, he will fall off. Maybe we'll put him that way. So this way we, since we have a lot of yellow going on, we'll just, whoops. As you can see, it fit before, and we just have to, oh, there you go. Oh wow, went all the way in. Sweet. And then that should solve the problem of him dropping it. There. Voila. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. Yeah, I don't know. The memories you have of these 3D prints, from the failures to the successful ones, it's just, you know, hard to let them go even when they don't do so well, because it's just a memory of troubleshooting and the milestone you've reached and the accomplishment of, like, yes, it works. And then when it doesn't work, well, you've known, those of you who've been down that road know what it's like, and those of you who haven't, it's coming. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's how you print the Leo and set up your computer for the experience using Cura. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.